She used the word exclusive. After 3 months of keeping things undefined whenever it suited her, after 3 months of you rearranging your availability around her schedule, her moods, her timeline, she looked at you and said she wanted to lock it down. And your first instinct was to say yes before she even finished the sentence. The thing is that you shouldn't say yes yet. Not because she doesn't mean it, but because you need to understand what actually changed. And it wasn't her feelings, it was her position. For 3 months, the ambiguity worked in her favor. She could keep you engaged without committing, she could pull you close when she needed attention and create distance when she needed space. You were emotionally invested, she was emotionally comfortable. The undefined status kept the power sitting entirely on her side of the table. She wasn't ready for exclusivity, she was ready for convenience. Then something shifted in you. Maybe you stopped initiating as much, maybe you started genuinely investing in your own life again. Maybe you stopped being the first one to respond. Whatever it is, the dynamic quietly changed. And she felt it before you even noticed it yourself. Because when you stopped chasing, the uncertainty she was using as leverage became a threat instead of a tool. The situation that once benefited her started benefiting you. And that's where you flipped the game. Now you had options. Or at least she could no longer be certain you didn't. And that uncertainty, the same uncertainty she was perfectly comfortable with for 90 days, became unbearable the moment it stopped working in her favor. The exclusivity conversation isn't love progressing naturally. It's her trying to stabilize her access to you before you exit the relationship entirely. She's not locking you in because she's ready. She's locking you in because she senses you might be leaving. If you are seeing this right now and if you actually want to learn about relationships, from getting into one to actually keeping it, you can join the Magnetic Mindset course. There are hundreds of men already in there fixing their dating lives. 4.7-star rating and the best experience. You can also use the code magnetic and get 20% off. The link is in the description. Let's get back to the video. You have to understand that if you say yes immediately, then you communicate one thing. The power shift was temporary. It tells her that your emotional investment never actually changed. You were just quieter about it. She registers this immediately, not consciously, but the urgency she felt watching you pull back disappears the second you confirm you were never actually going anywhere. Therefore, the dynamic resets, convenience returns, comfort returns, and 6 months later you are in the same fucking place again. The man who responds correctly to this movement doesn't perform enthusiasm or pretend he doesn't want it. He simply doesn't rush. He lets her wait for the answer the same way she made him wait for clarity for 3 months. Not as a game, as evidence that his emotional state still doesn't depend on her decisions. Here's the thing that you don't understand. During that entire situationship, you were waiting for her to choose you. Every patient text, every understanding response when she cancelled, every time you adjusted your expectations downward, you were performing readiness hoping she'd eventually confirm you were worth committing to. But she was never evaluating whether to commit. She was evaluating whether the undefined arrangement could continue without consequence. And as long as you behaved like a man waiting to be chosen, there was no consequence for keeping these things undefined. But the moment you stopped waiting, here's the part that you and me both love. Whether intentionally or not, you became something she had to decide about. That decision is what generated the exclusivity conversation. She's not offering you what you wanted. She's trying to recover something she realizes she might lose. So now you know what to do. If you found this video informational, you can comment and tell me what is the next topic that you want me to make a video on. I am dating ASAP. Class dismissed.